Hey y'all, hey, thanks for coming in today. Hey y'all, I hope all is well out there in these YouTube streets and in your life. Today I'm just gonna hit on a few pointers about narcissist silence, narc silence, and I'm gonna talk about that media they like to watch, them horror movies and things like that. And then I'm also gonna hit on a little bit of that celebrity news and the people that are put in place to deflect and act like they could never think some things like these things that are mentioned in the news could happen. So let's get right into it. I noticed with narcissists, no matter what, if it's male or female, with narcissists, a lot of times they like to lull you to sleep. As soon as you get to feeling happy, or as soon as you get to traveling good on a Hope Road and you're making your way into Progress Road, they get silent on you. They get silent on you. They just might stare at you and just look. A lot of, I ain't gonna even go into it, but yeah, this is what narcissists like to do. They do this because they don't want to motivate you to keep going, and they figure if they don't say nothing, you will get off that talking point unmotivated, and hopefully you stop doing whatever you're doing. And I've witnessed this many of times, and I know some other people have experienced this. I just want to say, continue to look out for them red flags, because those type of people don't mean you no good. They don't mean you no good now. Okay, and they're more than likely jealous. Narcissists are very jealous people. They are envious people. Many times they are envious people, but they're very jealous, and you want to watch out for that. Now, that's with the narc silence, but just because someone's silence after you tell them you have made progress on a project or you have achieved something doesn't necessarily mean they're a narcissist, because hey, they could be just being silenced because they just decided to be silent and not add anything to the conversation, or they're listening and choosing their words wisely before they speak. But most of the times, from my experience, I've noticed that when people get silent, if you haven't identified them as a narcissist yet, and they get silent and look at you after you've announced something, they don't want to give you no information. They figure silence is gonna help them gatekeep the information, so you don't find out what you need to move on with your life and move forward with your life. Now, them horror films. Them horror films is the next talking point, that yeah, and them crime-ridden films. Now, I know a lot of people be like, but I like crime and all that. Hey, all I'm saying is, watch it if they like a lot of it. I know some people like to watch it because that's what they like to watch. And if I had to guess now, I haven't done a survey or nothing like that, but if I had to guess, I would say 50% of the people just like to watch those type of movies. But that other 50% are actually identifying with those characters in them crime and horror films, and they are fine-tuning their mind to get better. That, for lack of better terms, they just fine-tune their mind to get better through the movies and the films they watch. You know, they seeing what kind of new technologies out there. They seeing what they can do better, seeing what they can drop, seeing how they have to change and shift with the times. So yes, beware of that. That is a red flag. Now remember, now I'm not saying everybody, because people like to watch what they want to watch, and that is not necessarily indicative to their character or their internal position on life. I'm just mentioning it. With celebrity news, a lot of things happen, and it's being reported on. And some of the major celebrities that have their own talk shows or radio shows or things like that, that's been around for a while. Yes, a lot of them are talented. Yes, a lot of them are beautiful, and they bring people a lot of joy and happiness. But I just want us to remember, those people are more than likely in place for a reason, and those people a lot of times are a part of the same system that they're acting surprised about. So that's that on that. Now we're gonna get into a little meal I have discovered, a quick meal. If you are trying to eat less bread, less carbs, I made me a so-called sushi roll with some jackfruit, y'all, and it was really good. Let me show you. Okay, y'all, so we got some jackfruit in the can that I bought from Sprouts and some already peeled garlic. I took that jackfruit out of the can, put it in a bowl, added some water to the bowl, and got some of that briny taste out, rinse it off. And now you see in the blender, I had to help it out a little bit because I got that $20 blender. Blended it up so it looks like a tuna salad or a chicken salad, something like that. Put it in the bowl. You see my garlic pieces didn't get all the way smashed up, but that's okay. I took them out and went on about my business. So now I'm putting seasoning in there. You see some garlic powder, and see what I have is pretty much a variation of Emerald's essence powder. That's my house seasoning a lot of times, but you can put your seasoning salt in there. You can put whatever your house seasoning in there. But yeah, I got that's oregano, everything but basil seasoning. But yeah, I put garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, oregano, thyme, paprika, cayenne, and this right here is liquid aminos. It helps give it a little bit more flavor. All right, so what I'm going to do is mix that up, and what you want to do is taste as you go, okay? Mix good, taste as you go. Now, this is for me, so yeah, I'm going to double dip with the fork, okay? So, yep, I added some chives to it, and what I did was grate up some onions finally because I want the taste of the onion, but I don't want the bite from the onion in my jackfruit. So I'm mixing again, and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of that vegan mayonnaise in there. Mix it up good. All right, and now I'm tasting again because I'm like, sometimes you do this type of tuna salad type thing, and sometimes it don't have enough salt in it after you mix everything together. But everything was good. So I got my tomato and red pepper and my dry cured olives. I love the taste of those olives. And I got me a new little tool. I'll call it a sushi maker. It helps me make my sushi rolls. Okay, so I'm cutting up my tomatoes. I'm cutting up my red peppers. Got my dry cured olives out. I got to de-seed them. But now I got my handy dandy tool. I'm going to add a jackfruit to it. That's going to be like a base. Now that mayo that's in there is going to help it congeal when I put it in the freezer. So it'll be easier to make into a roll. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So I got my jackfruit on both sides of my handy dandy sushi tool. And I'm going to add some more toppings in there just like I'm making a burrito or something. I'm going to add my red peppers and my tomato and my dry cured olives. Yep. And then I'm going to clamp that together. But before I clamp it together, I got to put this tool in here because that little long cylindrical tool is going to help push the food down a little bit, make it more compact. So once I push the food out onto my nori sheet, it should come out and as a roll, and it should be easy to roll. Okay, so it got a little sloppy there, but that's okay. Yep, and I twist that tool a little bit, put it in the freezer, let things congeal. And now I'm gonna push my jackfruit out. Yeah, I'm gonna straighten it up a little bit, but we're doing good. And I'm just gonna roll it. I'm just gonna roll it like a burrito. Yep, and then so I'm gonna take the sushi knife that came in the kit, cut it into some like sushi size pieces. And you know, when you trying to eat your fruits and vegetables, you got to figure out a way to make things cute. And sometimes if I can, I'll spend a little extra money to make things cute as a motivator to keep me on the right path. You hear me? So I'm going to cut up these sushi pieces to about 6 pieces. Sometimes they have a little tool where you can cut straight through, so you'll get a more cleaner cut, but we're going to make do. I'm going to make do with what I have for right now. And I'm going to put that in my plate, in my bowl. And so When I remember when I said, y'all, you kind of want to try to make things cute. Now I got the little condiment bottle, put me some, I think he say sriracha aioli in there. And I just, made me a little drizzle like, the pros like to do. Made me a little drizzle, try to make it look aesthetically pleasing. And let's see me do that. Boom, bam. Now the sushi rolls were kind of big, but we just gonna go ahead. I just went ahead and worked with them. Maybe I cut them in half next time if I'm doing a demonstration. But I just went ahead and worked with them. And they were pretty good, y'all. They were pretty good. And I was impressed. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Maybe you can try some on your own. This kept me feeling light all day. And yeah. Yes, that so-called sushi roll was good. I ate it for about 4 or 5 days straight because it is easy to make. I don't have to chop up a bunch of salad and things like that. And it was very good and filling. And it took my sales, y'all, from ashy to classy. I got me some vitamins and nutrients in with them vegetables. And I felt really good. Next, we're going to get on to some, y'all, I got to do a different video. I watched a movie that I really like, but we'll get to that later. But next, we're going to get on to some wildlife facts and introducing the great blue heron. Wade in the water. That's exactly what this great blue heron is doing. That's why they call them wading birds. Now, this is the largest heron in North America, standing to about 5 feet tall, and they have a wingspan of about 6.5 feet. They weigh around 6 pounds. Their diet consists of a lot of fish, reptiles, amphibians, insects, etc. I love what God did with the colors with this bird. They have a blue-gray plumage, but it's mostly gray with accents of blue and white, and it is a beautiful bird. These birds can be found in Texas, Florida, Kansas, Georgia, and yeah, that's it. The great blue heron. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, y'all, be blessed and talk soon.